Hey everyone! Today I'm here to give you a color spotlight more than a wig review. I have on Alessandra by Jon Renau in the color Chocolate with Cherry, and I purchased this from a wig sister. She had not worn her, but she did have her cut by a hairstylist, and I think she said she had about 4 inches cut off of her, which is why I don't feel like I can fully review this wig, because she's been modified so much. I mean, really, I think all she said was she had the length cut off, and so I believe that Alessandra is somewhat layered. You can see these layers, and so the length is what has been modified, but not the layers. So I'll give you guys a look at her, but keep in mind, this isn't how Alessandra would come to you. But it could be helpful, because if you have a wig that's too long, maybe it helps to envision, you know, what she might look like if you got some length cut off of her. So first of all, and the main reason for this video is to show you this color, Chocolate with Cherry. This color is, there's no doubt whatsoever, I just dropped the box, that this color is not found in nature. So, if that's important to you, that you don't draw too much attention to your hair color, this color isn't for you. It's deep, 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 dark brown. It's got violet tones, red. I mean, it is definitely salon. And you can see very, very obviously the super, super bright red streaks in it of the highlights. It is definitely a fun color. I don't know, honestly, where I'll wear this color, but it is fun to have something so unique and unusual, you know, because you never know. And I got a really, really good deal on her. So she is very straight. And I'm trying to feel the permatease. She doesn't really feel like she has much in the way of permatease at all. I'll take the cap off and we can look at it, but she really doesn't feel like she has permatease. So I'll turn around so you can see. You can see she's very kind of blunt cut on the ends. And so she has a side part and she kind of swoops over, and then she's got like sort of a longer fringe here. So if you are a bang person and you're wondering, could I cut bangs into Alessandra? I think so. I definitely think you could do bangs. So no issue there whatsoever. And you know, I don't know how often, I mean, honestly, I think straight wigs, generally you can cut bangs into straight wigs. Unless they have some kind of a weird steaming thing going on where it's going to be really hard to steam them to lay flat, I don't see why that would be a problem. As for the lace front, here's the lace front. It's pretty good. I mean, considering that knotting there is so dark, I definitely think they did a really good job of not making the front so dense. So it looks a lot more realistic than it might otherwise. And so I think if you wanted to do a style like this, where you pull it up off your face just in the center and do a little like center bump, I really think you could do that. I mean, you definitely can see it a little bit, but I don't think anybody's going to notice. I mean, who's really looking at your hairline? Although they may be looking at your hair when it's this color. But I think that's really cute, and I love the way it frames the face right here. These layers in the front. So pulling it up off of your face like this does accentuate that face framing, which I think is really cute. And quite honestly, I like this length. So if this was 4 inches longer, I'd be concerned that that would be too long for me anyway. So I'm kind of liking what she did to her. So let's look at the cap. So you've got a full mono top, and so you can part this anywhere, which again is so nice. It just gives you a lot of flexibility. So the full mono top, and then you've got your extended ear tabs, extended nape, Velcro adjusters, kind of all the bells and whistles. And you know, she just doesn't have the permatease. I'm not finding permatease in her. So she's got a good amount of hair density for sure. So she's not like super fine density, but she's not very poofy. She doesn't have a lot of permatease, which is really great. I'll get outside with this color so you can see it outside. But I'm finding very little not to like about this one. Not that I try to find things not to like. That's not what I mean, but I mean, aside from the color being so out there, which honestly, if you're gonna buy this color, you probably want one that's out there, or you're gonna get something a little more subtle. So with that mono top, you're gonna have all kinds of flexibility. You're gonna be able to part it wherever you want, center part it if you want. You know, I think you're gonna be able to pull it off your face. If I put some product in it, maybe I learned a trick from my friend Dawn from Daily Dazzle with Dawn. She has a YouTube channel, and you should really check her out. She likes to put her hair in 2 ponies, and then so if you have bio hair, which gives wigs that don't have a lot of lift some lift. And then I learned a trick from my friend Valerie from Loving Wigs with Valerie. She likes to use dry shampoo to, not for the shine, well she does for the shine, but to give it some texture. So when you don't have the volume that you're seeking, if you put a little dry shampoo in, it just adds some texture, and then you can sometimes get the volume you're looking for without steam. So those are 2 tips that you might be able to try if you found that you want more volume, because she doesn't have the permatease to give you all that volume. Otherwise, I think you could just play with her and find a style that works for you. You could do a center part. I mean, just look at her. I just think she's really cute. The fibers are on the dry side. She does get tangly. I mean, you are gonna have to comb her out and care for these ends because, you know, she's gonna get tangly given that she is a little longer. The fibers are kind of coarse. They're not super fine denier. So it just gives it kind of a weight that I think is good for such a straight style, because she's gonna lay really straight and she's not gonna get a ton, she doesn't seem like she gets a ton of flyaways, and you tend to get that more the more wispy that the hair is. This hair isn't terribly wispy at all. I think because of the length, and let's just pretend she didn't have the length cut off of her, you know, you can definitely pull her back into a clip. I mean, I think there's tons of like styling potential. Keep some hair forward. Yeah, so, you know, as far as the Alessandra goes, I think you can get a sense of her without just remembering that she's not as long as she would be, but the rest of her is pretty much the same. So if you haven't considered Alessandra, but you like straight styles, you like a few layers, you know, just consider if she were 4 inches longer, this would feel a lot more heavily layered than she does. But given that she's straight, it's probably relatively easy to cut some length off if you don't like the length. Or also, let's just say you have her and she's starting to get frayed on the ends. Look at how cute she still looks in a bit of a shorter style. So you can cut some length off to get rid of those frizzy ends, and it's almost like you have a brand new wig. So anyway, so this has been Jon Renau, Alessandra in the color Chocolate with Cherry, and I hope that this has been helpful for you. Stick around, I'll give you that outside look. Okay, here we are. Chocolate with cherry, I don't know what I was saying. Chocolate cherry. So you can see this in outdoor light. It's so bold, just bold. Let's walk over so I got a bit of a dark background behind me. See what kind of a difference that makes. You can really see the violet undertones, can't you? All right. For my bold girls out there, hopefully that was helpful.